It's the New England Patriots taking on the Detroit Lions.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New England Patriots. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Second and 1. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Douglas, the man in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds Douglas complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Douglas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Douglas, the man in motion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 24 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle and take it in by Laporta. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions. From 17 yards out. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He connected on all 5 of his throws on that opening drive and finished it with a touchdown pass as they begin here 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. That one a first down pickup of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They go play action here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Douglas. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second and 2. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 now on first down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Tua. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On second down, Tua. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. This to Laporta, right side. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game.
In
our
Coach,
game, expect to see the
both
starters
teams
for at least
likely to make some
one more
changes
drive,
in what's
something
been
to
a
look forward
closely
to
fought
as
battle
we
to
get
this
back out
point.
to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third and short, this is Janovich. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man complete. It's Douglas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
34's the mic, 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in, check in. Watch the screen.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
79 Broncos.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 44, 44. Mike, 44. Here we go. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Operating from the gun, Clemens. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 4 yards out.
And the Patriots have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. play action. Winston. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Jameis to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
To throw is Winston.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Off the play fake. Clemens. This is caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Patriots have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer.
passer, well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Winston. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off play action. Clemens escaping the pressure right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.